This is Brittany.
This is Dialissa.
This is Adrianna.
And this is Sisters from Another Mr. Podcast. Today, we have a special guest.
Adrianna.
Yay! Adrianna is my sister, Dialissa's sister, and Brittany's sister.
Yes.
Our sister.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's her sister from the same mister, though. They're biological sisters.
Yeah, that's what I've gotten known as my whole life. That's Dialissa's little sister. I have a name.
That should be an honor, okay? Don't worry, don't feel bad. Brittany's got the same thing, though.
Yeah, that's Dialissa's
Oh, that's Dialissa's best friend.
And I love
little
it.
sister.
Don't know
What?
my name. Don't know me.
I thought she was going to say that she loved to be my best friend. What the heck?
Oh, no, I love the, anonymity.
You could have just said, you could have went along with it.
Oh, yeah, I did love being your sister. Best friend.
Anyway, people,
Oh, you're Dialissa's little sister.
today we talking about interracial
Interracial dating.
what?
Interracial dating.
Interracial dating. There we go.
See, I always have to correct you.
Yeah, it don't roll off my tongue. It's smooth. Let me not do like that.
So we have Adrianna because she's well versed in this
Oh yeah.
area of life.
Well, I don't have a type. I just kind of date everything.
Yeah. All right.
I don't have a type.
Your portfolio says otherwise.
Huh.
I
You like that white meat? It's okay. It's okay.
I like everything. But it just so happens. Do I sound like everybody else? And it just so happens that
That's what they all say.
That's
So
what it
let's start with Dialissa.
Okay.
Dialissa, have you dated interracially, I guess?
Dated? And that would depend on what you mean by dated. I have never been in a
Define
serious
it.
relationship with a
Anyone that was outside of your race?
that's a little bit different. No, not really actually. I've dated, I guess I've talked to a couple of guys that might have been like Hispanic. I have talked to one Italian kind of, and then one white guy. But we weren't dating. It's kind of just, mingling.
What the kids say, talking to?
We were caking.
Caking?
Yeah.
I gotta go look that up.
That's a word now?
Yeah, right?
Oh,
okay.
God, y'all are old. Please don't
I
do
am
that. Don't
very
show
old.
our people your freaking ages on here, okay?
My goodness.
I'm still in my 20s,
And she,
technically.
Who said I'm not?
she is she's the older sister too. How she's
yeah.
schooling us.
Yeah.
Man.
Whatever, don't do that. I'm the younger sister. Don't let these two heifers fool you. I'm only 21.
Okay.
Okay.
Anywho, yeah. So, how did you start to talk to the white person?
The white
The
person.
first one, I was in high school. And I feel like I might have
Did
been...
you talk to them? Did they approach you?
Oh, they approached me, of course.
Okay. I don't know. People.
I'm just letting you know, of course. I don't approach. Excuse you.
Okay.
Period.
Oh, you're just that fabulous. Well, you were kind of fabulous back then. I mean,
I
you
am
still
fabulous.
Are.
What is No, but I was approached. And I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit curious. Because, granted, I was in high school and we were still young. We were babies. Back then, you used to think you were grown up and you felt like you had dated X amount of people and you just felt like, oh, to hell with these niggas. Let me go and see if I date, talk. Let me just go see what this is like. But, no.
Okay. And then you said you dated another person, or you talked to another person?
I talked to another person when I moved to Georgia.
Okay.
Someone I worked with.
And same thing, they talked to you first.
Oh, absolutely.
And how did it come to be? What was it? How long did y'all talk?
We were friends first. Honestly, I would like to think we were friends. We just tried to swim on the other side of the pond and see what it was going to be like, I guess.
Oh, so
Even though I wasn't his first black anything, he had a girlfriend before dating me that was black. And it seemed like that was his thing.
Huh.
I also think that there's a difference to me. As far as, I don't want to be that person that says, that they act black. Because you can't act black, right? I don't like to say that.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think there's such thing as like, a typical white boy, a white man? Or is that racist to say? You know, like...
I think it just maybe you...
He wasn't the stereotypical, maybe, is what I should say.
Okay.
Is that right?
Stereotypical, like
White.
he acted urban.
Yeah, he had a more urban flair than both of them.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's...
It doesn't make much of a difference.
Yeah, I don't think you should... At least I don't say it like that. I know what you mean. I think it's probably like a personality. Like, he was more urban.
Yeah, he's more urban.
You had more in common with him. Like, as far as, whatever. I don't know.
More than
You'd
I
have to tell
would.
me. I have no idea.
Because why? What has been your dating?
I don't have that experience.
Have you ever thought about it?
I'm not interracial dating.
Me either.
And not even for myself. That just never happened for me.
No, I'm definitely not against it.
No, I'm not against it. And not even like just like for a white person, like Asian, Hispanic, whatever.
Indian.
Latino, I don't know, whatever. Indian, like whatever, the race. I'm not against it. I'm like, it's raining men, and I think it's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. Love is love.
I'm just
very curious,
I just never
being that we are two black women. I feel like even though I have a little bit more, like I dipped a little in the pond, I feel like we still don't, know what that's like personally. What is like?
I don't know. I just feel like it never just happened for me. I never really was like I never really cared for any of it either way. So when it just didn't happen for me, I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. I guess
just a black guy.
Yeah. I guess he was a black guy. And that's that. And it worked out that way for me. But I feel like Adrianna has had way more expertise. Yeah, and I feel like she's had more serious relationships than you are describing.
I was just going to say that, like, for me, it didn't go past, like, I hate to call it dating, because I feel like dating for me is very serious still. It was more of like we were communicating. We were learning about each other. And I just felt like once we got, like, the first guy, and then the second guy, we were, like, friends, working together. So I felt like the relationship kind of blossomed because it was like, oh, this guy's, he's kind of cool, whatever. And then also, not for anything, I'll be honest with you, I had moved to Georgia and really didn't know many people. And he was like the first guy that I really had like that kind of encounter with. So it was, it was interesting. So it's kind of like, okay, we're cool, we're friends, we listen to similar music or whatever I was doing at that age. We were interested in certain things, the same certain things. So it worked out that way. And I don't know, I guess you're just around somebody so much that it kind of just like, oh, okay. But it always was in the back of my mind, like, because I had never really done it, Like, even that, I'm not going to count the first one really, but, like, this guy, it was like, wow, okay, this is different. And I feel like there was this kind of, like, inner thing in me that was kind of like, will this work? Can this work? I felt like towards the end, what ended it was because I just felt like he was cool, but culturally it's just different. And then I think what makes it a little bit different for me is I'm not just a black American. I'm not saying this has anything to do with anything. I'm just saying at that time, I'm just trying to think about, okay, what was it for me? And who I currently am dating. Like, my parents are West Indian, so there's even a different dynamic between an American black person versus a West Indian person. And I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot in common with my current boyfriend now because we have that in common, where we come from a West Indian background and we share certain ideals. I am all for if you can make it work, though. If you can make it work and you make your own culture, I think that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's just for me, this has been my way. Because even after I dated the white guy, I dated a couple of American black guys, and I felt even like there was a disconnect then. So I'm not saying because he was white is it.
I see you.
You know, it's just maybe just didn't work out with those particular individuals, like my cultural background and their whomever. It just didn't work out, and I feel like it's been working with me and my partner now. Just so happens that we are both West Indian, so maybe it wasn't a white guy thing, you know?
Yeah. Did you ever meet his family, or
No.
did it get that far?
No. And that kind of was like, all of that was weird because even with, well, you know, because you've been in my life forever, I dated a particular guy and his mother could not stand me, even though I barely said 2 words to her, and even that bothered her. So, but at the same time, I still met his parents.
Right.
Or his mother. And I just felt like, this is a little weird. Like, you know, I felt like a little secret.
Huh.
I felt like I even started to get more involved into the so-called quote-unquote relationship just because I felt like proving a point. Like, what the hell is going on? Like I'm proving myself. And I don't want to feel like that. But
you said he had been with another black girl before you in a serious relationship, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if that was also a problem. Like, he had gotten out of that relationship, I don't know how long before we had, like, started to communicate. And it just was a mess. So, I mean, not saying it wouldn't work with another white guy at all. I just don't think that worked out for whatever reason. And I just happened to move on to another black guy or two.
Or two. I like how she like slid that in there.
Black guy or 2 or 3. No.
But you're not against it.
No, absolutely not. I think it's beautiful. My only qualm about it, it's not really a qualm. It's more of my expectation is that hopefully when you're with anybody of a different ethnicity, if they have different cultural views, religious views, whatever it is, that you can fully be yourself and be respected.
Right.
Period. And you know what's so funny is I was watching a show the other day and it's on OWN. I can't remember the name of the show right now, but they were talking about this as well, about the interracial dating, and they even brought up like hell, even dating women, or you know, just the whole conversation about just the dynamic of dating whomever, you know,
right.
And that was one of the points. And I agree with that. Is that as long as you can be your full self, you don't have to dumb down anything, you know?
I think that's the most important, is if you could just feel comfortable with whoever it is. So even if they're from the same background as you or not from the same background, that's all good as long as you feel comfortable. And I also don't agree with the fetishizing of things.
Oh, no.
The fetish?
Yeah, like, you know, like a white guy who likes to date black women.
Or black men.
Or a black man who just likes to date Asian women or whatever is your thing. It's like almost like fantasy, kind of. And they just kind of
like
fetishize you. And it's like,
Yeah.
It's like, what? That I don't agree with. I don't agree with that. I also find it a little bit weird when people don't date their own race.
No, absolutely.
Not that you are going to end up with your own race, but it's just like the fact that you rule them out,
right? Like
from the jump. They're like, just some people like, I'm black, I'll never date a black man. That's odd to me.
But your mom and dad are black, or whatever. Or even if it's one of them are black, or either one of them are white.
Yeah, whatever the case, it's like, how could you rule that out completely?
That's your mama.
That's you.
Like, you hate your mama?
You hate yourself?
Apparently.
Maybe you don't like your mama. But what about you?
You got some mom and daddy issues, don't you?
But even if you do, you say you hate both of your parents. You hate yourself too? Wow.
Some real self-hatred out here.
And there is. But I ain't no psychologist, but it sounded like a little self-hatred to me. You might want to get that checked out. That I just can't get down with. I'm all for the interracial dating though.
Yeah.
But anyway, Adrianna, tell us about your experience dating outside of your race.
It's not so bad. Sometimes I don't even realize that I'm dating outside of my race because I feel so comfortable with the person. It depends on who I'm comfortable with.
Very interesting.
Like, I've dated like black guys, Hispanic. It's just whoever like makes me feel like I can be myself. Yes. Like, you know, like even go further. Like I can pass gas in front of this person.
Yeah, no, that's really dope.
No, because that's what's important.
That is,
like,
and
I can eat like a slob and still think I'm pretty. You know.
Yeah.
Be yourself, and
that's what that is what it's all about.
But
wait, so you say you dated outside of you dated black guy?
I dated black guy, Hispanic, and now I'm with quote unquote European. I think he's in denial that he's. I tell him you're
oh
white.
God, don't say that online. Just
but whatever.
He's white, European.
He's white. He's whatever Christopher Columbus was.
A colonizer?
Oh God, don't say that either. Abort mission.
Woo! Adrianna gonna have some issues if he hears this
You're gonna have to do something. You got some explaining to do.
I always joke with him like about that. That's just what we do. You just joke.
I mean, see, that's one thing I think that's important though. You gotta be able to have that tough skin.
We never get offended.
Yeah.
Like I never really get offended. He doesn't get offended.
And you've met his family.
Oh, I live with his family. I mean,
do you feel like they're different, or do you feel like you're comfortable even with his family?
I'm comfortable with his family.
They're accepting.
They're very accepting. They love me. I love them too.
That's good.
But it's like there is a cultural difference. There's one thing that I can't, I guess, and is like a half, gypsy. Well, not half. He's a whole gypsy. And in their culture, it's like women stay home and clean, and the men go out and work, and and it's like, I'm not used to that. Like, I don't like the.
Oh, that's a whole different dynamic.
That is a whole.
Stay. I'm like,
damn, that's a whole another podcast.
His family will be like, oh, so is Adrianna gonna like cook and do all this stuff? You're like, no, she's going to sleep. So, like, she just got home and from work.
Yeah,
from working.
Yeah. And it's like weird in their culture. It's yeah. For like the woman to work
but see that's not even a race thing then. That's just a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Do you think he finds like, any West Indian things weird?
I mean, he thinks our food is too spicy. Like it can be like the most mildest thing.
That's like that. That's like that meme that our brother Dylan put up the other day. He was like, let me not say, but he said other people will say, oh, it's too spicy. And then West Indian person say, that's just water.
I was like, really?
That's a fact.
I said, really? It's spicy? He's like, oh my God. I'm like, oh God. I said, but he also has no gallbladder, so everything burns his stomach. But
he got a lot of.
He got something else going on.
His sisters like that too. They don't like spicy, and then the rest of it, like, oh my God, it's so spicy. I'm like, it's not.
But do they find it weird? Because I even remember like not even a race thing, just a cultural thing. Like when we were in school, and you bring some lunch from last night's dinner. Your mom threw down with that curry gold and the oxtails and then rice and peas, and then you like everybody's looking like oxtail.
Yeah,
what is that? It's the tail of an ox.
Okay,
it's in the title. Hello.
And do they know how expensive that shit is?
Curry. Like they think it's
delicious.
Like they eat sheep, but they think it's weird that we eat goat. And I'm like, how is it weird?
Wait. So his family eats sheep.
Yeah, like
and
lamb.
they think we're weird for eating goat.
Like they don't eat goat.
I mean, people out here eating iguana, please.
But it's like, what's the difference? Like
everybody has their delicacy.
All of these animals had to be shaved first. Okay. So they do find certain things like,
but some of their food is like really good.
Do you ever feel like you're in a predicament where like you, even with this guy, because you've dated a couple,
Oh yeah, some of them. I'm like.
So how do you feel about the family dynamic? Have you ever felt like you couldn't be your true self? You couldn't, like they had a feeling towards your blackness.
A little judgmental or something?
I feel like that's only happened like one time.
With this guy's family?
Yeah, but it wasn't really like his family. It was like his auntie's husband, he was just looking at me funny, like, I guess, like, he never saw a black person before. But that was, like, what is she doing here? Who is that? Like, and then it's like, oh, that's my brother's girlfriend. And it's like, if I felt like that question wouldn't really be asked if I was, like, look the same as.
Right.
Yeah.
Or how about in your previous relationship? Did you feel accepted?
No. In my previous relationship, I felt like they were trying to change me a lot. Like, they didn't really, like, they would make comments about, like, my hair. Like, they're like, oh, it looks nice straight. You should straighten it.
Wow.
And yes, in my old relationship. And like, well, you aren't like them, Adrianna. I'm like what? Well, you know, like the other black people. I said, I'm just like them. What are you talking about?
Wow.
Yes, that happened.
Wow.
They made
How does that make you feel?
It made me feel like you think you're better than me because you're white.
Did you ever at one point think like, "Yo, this is not gonna work"? Or
Yeah, this is plenty of times. Like, in that past relationship, I feel like I couldn't really be myself. Like, I could be myself, but not really. Like, I would get yelled at for being myself. You know.
right.
Mm-hmm.
It was it like his immediate family, like his father, or was it like how this other situation was like an auntie's
his mother's
removed?
family. It was like his mother's family. His dad and his dad's family, they were fine, but his mom's side of the family, they're like a little bit of racist.
And sometimes they try to like. I feel like. Do you feel like they would act nice sometimes, but then it's kind of like.
I feel like they tolerated me because I made their son normal.
All right, because he was
Like,
going
but
other things.
yeah, because I made him calm and they
They
tolerated
didn't want
me.
to deal with him.
But if I could be white, that'd be great.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
that's
if,
like
you
preferable.
know,
Like,
yeah.
Oh man, how do you feel like that
It
affected
made
you?
me feel like low. Like, it still like kind of bothers me.
Right.
But that's like a whole.
Yeah, that's a whole.
yeah, that's a whole nother
But
thing.
yeah,
but especially the race part.
But the
is
race
very
part
interesting.
is like, I can't believe like you're making me feel little about myself because
of how you're born.
how I was born.
Do you feel
And
like
I'm proud of who I am.
Right.
Do you feel like it made you like question dating white people?
Yeah.
Were you hesitant after that relationship?
Yeah, I didn't. The current relationship I was in, like now, I didn't really want to date him at first.
Yeah, you did not.
I didn't want to date him.
You did not. You were
Because of those like that experience.
I didn't want to date him, but then kind of liked him.
You know that it happens.
Mm-hmm.
We fall for these men.
Yeah. I mean, he's a good man. The guy I'm with now, he does a lot for me and his family.
But that's good because I feel like you could have easily been jaded from that past relationship.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I was trying to like steer clear of like, you know, I was being judgmental. I was I don't want to date any white guy.
Yeah. I mean, but that's a crazy experience to have on the race side. You know, like for somebody to treat you like that, that would make me feel like, well, forget this too then.
Right.
That's easy to happen.
I remember you were saying.
Because I feel like I constantly had to educate them.
Yeah.
You know, and it gets tiring. Like, I don't understand why I have to prove to you that we're good people and that I'm an example of good people.
Right,
right. It gets to be annoying.
It's almost like what you do set the precedence. Like if you did something they didn't like, they're like, didn't we tell you? Or like, oh, look at her being a decent black woman.
Right.
Like it's astounding, you know? Like, wow.
But the current relationship I'm in now, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like I have to educate him on that. I just feel like he wasn't as ignorant as, you know, the other guy I dated, you know, and his family is a lot nicer.
Right.
You know, they're more accepting.
That's good.
Right.
Too,
Even with the culture, you know, thing, they're very accepting.
You know, mommy
that's
always
good.
said that too. Like when you're getting into a relationship, and I am 100 about that. Like when you're getting into a relationship with any person, you have to really take into account their family because if it ends up being serious, which you would hope it does, then you're marrying into that family, or you know, you're in a relationship with your family. So whether you like it or not, unless they're estranged, you know, you gotta have a good relationship.
And then if you have kids with that person, now that's your kid's family.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. So it is important.
I wouldn't want my kids to have some racist family.
Right,
you know?
right. Could you imagine? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That past one was like literally driving me insane.
With the race.
Yeah. There was other issues too, but that was one.
gosh. And I feel like, too, it's like, yeah, okay, your son is dating somebody outside the race. It's not on me to educate you. You need to educate yourself.
Absolutely.
If I didn't know, if my son didn't never date nobody else, and I'm like, oh, wow, I gotta go learn something. You know, like, even for me, like, James' mom, she's deaf. Let me go learn me a little bit of sign language. Yeah. I don't have to do that.
Well, that's what you do.
But it's like something I gotta educate myself on. How did she get deaf? How does this happen to people? And I have to do my own research. But before I even met her, let alone after I met her, and then we kept dating, I'm like, oh wow, this is getting serious. Okay, let me learn how to say a couple things. Thank you, like simple things. Good night, like something to kind of
show accountable and show your interest.
Yeah, and then like show some effort. Like you got to put in the effort too. So I feel like for them to do you like that, it's kind of like, what the hell? It's not all on me.
Because I mean, it's the same thing. Like if you pick up a course, like this shouldn't be, you know, maybe my analogy is a little off, but like if you go to college, you're gonna go and gonna put forth the effort to learn what you need to learn to get you to that next level. If you're gonna be dating someone or you bring someone into your life, you could have adopted a child from a different country. Wouldn't you want to make that child feel comfortable and learn some of the
and to know their history.
Culture, and know their history. Be able to guide them and teach them.
And these people, they didn't know if you was gonna be with their son forever, so they would have had a half black kid. What the heck are you gonna do with your grandkid being half black? Like, what are you gonna do with yourself? You need to educate yourself. I don't know.
And anything can happen, honestly. You can have this child and God forbid, you know, something happens to your health, it deteriorates and you pass away. You have to think like, I'm going to have to leave this child with this family. People? And you want to make sure that it's a family that you think is, you can't just depend on your family. You know, because when you're going, you don't want to have to deal with that. You want to hope that everybody is good enough to take care of the child.
No, that's very important. I don't know.
You're setting a hit. You're like you're creating history when you inevitably get with someone and create a union, a bond, a family with them. And that just goes on. The lineage just goes on and on. So you have to like, you know, we think is cute or whatever we dating. That's great. And I think interracial dating, black love, white love, everything's great. As long as you know, like, let's be respectful. Yeah. Let's be real. It's not a DTF. As long as it's right. You know, like,
unless that's what it is, but we just gotta be honest with ourselves.
And even then, you make a little muskrat, you better have some respect.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta be honest with ourselves because if a child pop up, it's a whole nother situation. If we just fuck around,
I was good enough for you to be fucking me, so learn you something, okay?
No, that's true. You know, Kim Kardashian said like she said something, I don't know how she still feels now, but she had said something about like, oh, you know, I don't really think about my kids as being half black. I just try to just not see color in our house or something like that. And I'm just kind of like, that's all cute and nice, but your kids are black.
They're black before anything. I'm gonna be honest here.
Yeah, that little girl got a little curl to that hair. She black.
What is there, like a one drop type of...
Yes.
One drop, whatever it is called?
That's the way it works. So I feel like they need to be prepared for that. They need to
more black than anything. That when people identify them, they're gonna be. They look black. So
see, look at that. I don't know. I just feel like that's not good either. Don't be like, oh, I'm gonna try. And I kind of feel like you're trying too hard. Like,
honey,
just stop. Acknowledge what they are.
Let's be real here, and that's cool. But now you've had children. You need to educate yourself. I would hope it's changed. She's going to law school and she's doing all this.
I hope so.
I hope you.
And maybe that's how she was feeling. I don't know how Kanye was acting about. I don't know, but I remember she said that, and then I thought, ooh, it's a slippery slope. You got to be careful. It gives you a baby, boy. Black, white, purple, green. You got to be careful because she didn't seem like she was really up for that, and that's very important too. Like, if you with somebody, they were married, like, we having a kid, what are we doing? You got to be up on my heritage, my culture. I got to know about yours, so you got to know about mine. It's just, I don't know.
I mean, like I said, as long as you're being respectful, I don't see any problem with it. You just got to be able to feel like you're being yourself.
Right.
For one. And like you said, when we have children, we have to be on one accord. There is no you and I kind of thing. We are we, you know?
No, that is very important.
I don't want to feel like a little secret. Like, I don't know. I just felt like for me, it's like a little bit more goes into a relationship when you have some differences. You know, that's just my opinion.
Are there any interracial like couples in your families or family?
I think there is.
We're a very multicultural family, but it's so weird to me because I feel like it's one. Like, we have Chinese in our family, but he's Trinidadian. He just looks
Asian.
Let me because he is Asian, Chinese. But he's grown up in the Trini culture. So they like to us, we just like that's light skin.
Oh, okay.
Black. That's light skin black. That's how you kind of because it doesn't seem different to me when it comes to him.
I mean, there are white Jamaicans.
There are white Jamaicans, absolutely. Our family, honestly, even when we're talking about relationships, but even our family, like people will automatically think, oh, they're Jamaican, so their family are all dark skinned and they have dreads. But that is far from the truth, honestly. We've talked about that on our podcast before. My family is far from that. They're, we are a vast amount of different complexions, very versatile, and all kind of mixture: Asian, Indian, white. We have some type of grandmother, somebody from Chicago, white. Yeah. So, I just feel like we're one big melting pot.
I can't think of anybody.
Isn't your cousin? One of your cousins are dating a white girl.
Oh yes, one of my cousins is dating a white girl. There you go.
Has he? Well, no, I can't. I know.
But I don't know. I don't know how they've been together for a couple of years now. Actually, I have never met her. And from what the rest of my family says, because they're all in New York, so they've met her. They liked her. She was cool. They liked her, and I think I don't even think she's from same parts of New York. Maybe she's from a different part of New York, but she's still like, they liked her and they felt like she was comfortable. She went on like a family trip that they all went on. I'm trying to think of anybody else.
Your cousin-in-law.
That's true. Oh yeah, well, do in-laws then yes, because my cousin-in-law is from Japan, so she has different, just, cultural background, but it's never like a judgy thing with her. I've been to, in-law functions and stuff, and she's never judgy. She's really cool. I love her.
Also, I want to know, do you think that there's a different dynamic when, say, a black family is introduced to white, Chinese, Indian versus when we're getting introduced to other cultures as someone's partner? Do you feel like there is a difference? Because I feel like, maybe I'm wrong. And I'm not saying there aren't those instances where, especially the black woman in your life, you're probably like, Not saying it's right, but I've seen things like, I don't want to be the person who says, oh, but we're, so much more accepting. Like, like your cousin, he's dating this white girl and everybody says she's so cool and everything. Versus you'll go to their family and they watching you when they got to analyze you, I personally feel like in my own opinion, I don't feel like I'm like that. Like, okay.
Yeah. I know for me, I could care less.
Yes.
I think with my cousin that's dating the white girl, people are more in the family like, let's just see what happens, because they're just boyfriend and girlfriend.
Right.
So it's kind of like nobody really cares.
Because it's not serious.
And not even because it's not serious. It's just more of, even if she was black, it's just more like, oh, you bringing a girl around. Let's just see what happens. Right. Because he's done that too. He dated a Jamaican girl. Right. So it's like, nobody cares what she looks like or where she's from. We're just all very nosy, get our popcorn ready, and we're just like, oh, what's this going to be about? Oh, y'all going to be together or no? What's going to happen next? Like, I think that's more, at least in my family, from what I've seen and what I could tell. Maybe I'm wrong and people is completely different behind closed doors, right? But it seemed more just like people just nosy, just about anything. Like, what is it? what's it gonna be? What's gonna happen next? Black, white, Asian, whatever. They just like
Are they gonna
just
be together?
Yeah, it's more of a gossipy
Is this the
thing for far as a relationship, not necessarily like interracial relationship. You know what I mean? Like people don't. At least I'm not from there. They don't really seem to care.
I mean, I will say maybe I have. How do you feel about my reaction to like our brother and his dating life?
Dylan, how about your reaction?
I think
it's funny, but I'm just.
Do you
like,
think I'm
just
judgmental?
another- Huh?
I feel judgmental.
What?
I will say, if anybody, I don't normally care, but for
Because-
Dylan, I feel like I make it a point.
But what you gotta tell the people about
I'm
Dylan's
not-
dating.
Yes,
life.
Dylan to me, I just feel like, you know, like Adrianna even made the excuse for him before, like, oh yeah, he's dated other girls. But I feel like there's a difference again between dating. What do you call dating?
It's not that they're white. It's just that like they're like.
There's a whole multitude of things. They're old. They got hella kids.
Like, maybe it's a fetish. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like a freaking fetish.
Really? You think so?
Come
more
on
than
now.
one.
Doesn't this seem like a fetish? They don't look different and they
They're-
don't have
They're
different.
older and they like
Come from the same
they're
background.
like either 10 years older. Like they have to be like at least 10
They got a
years
pack
older.
of children.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, this one he has now. It's like
Pack of children.
4 kids.
Sometimes they might be
Wow.
just getting out of divorce or maybe not. Kind of separated.
I don't know. I think he might like it. I mean,
It's like living on the wild side, I guess.
I guess so for him.
But you could. There's black women in the same predicaments under the same circumstances, or
But-
Asian women even.
Maybe he has a fetish.
Maybe.
I just don't think. I feel like he just probably can't handle us. He thinks in his mind he can't handle us.
handle a black woman.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, he told that to Alan. He's like, I think one time he says he's like, it's hard to get black women. That white women to him were easier than black women.
Wow.
He told that to
But that's
Alan.
crazy. First of all,
But Alan
don't
was
dumb
like,
down
what are you
white
talking
women.
about?
And
Yo,
two,
that's crazy.
you're just gonna, in your mind, dumb yourself. You're just gonna stay at a level.
that you already in your mind, even though I don't think it's accurate to say white women, you're just gonna dumb them down. That's fucked up.
That's
but then
fucked
to
up.
say on that same
You're not gonna
same
try to
accord,
get to the level.
I'm gonna stay on this lower level in my mind. What I consider a lower level, I'm gonna still stay there. That's crazy.
He says that he likes black women, like he's attracted to them, but it's harder for him to like, you know, because he's
No.
like he doesn't.
You
What
need to
about-
stop- for one, I want to
He
say
didn't tell me that. He
I'll-
told that to
because he knows better. Because he would have got slapped. My whole thing with him, with my dear beloved brother, is that you need to stop blaming everybody else, and you need to take accountability for yourself. At the end of the day, you need to worry about yourself and getting yourself to the level that you need to get yourself to, and then maybe, just maybe, a decent woman, white, black, orange, green, yellow, purple, will you know.
Tell him about himself. Girls.
You don't want a black woman because you know we're going to call you out on your shit, is how I feel. And that's why I have such an opinion. Because you want to date a certain race because you think, oh, they're gonna, you know, pretty it for me. And you come home to your sister, and I'm not. I'm gonna always keep it real with you. And maybe that's how you think all black women are. And you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. He needs to realize his white women aren't taking shit either. Like,
Yeah.
No, they're not because
Because he keeps having exes. So
what are you doing?
They're getting tired of you.
Keep going. It's like endless cycle of old.
Also, then I kind of
It's a
wonder,
freaking graveyard
is it,
of what?
maybe he really holds black women to a really high standard. Like this,
That's fucked up,
He
though.
puts them on some type of a pedestal, so he feels like I can't reach as
No,
a
'cause
Dylan.
when he was
You know what I
talking,
mean?
When Alan told me, he was asking me, how do I get black
Wait,
like,
how you gonna ask your sister's man how she? Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna ask the non-black person how to get a black person,
Wow.
and you're the black person.
What are we doing
and
here?
he's like, huh?
People, let me tell you, this starts by making sure that when your children, your black little boy, if he happens to be light skinned and he comes home and he's talking about he's yellow, that's when we've got a problem, Scotty. You need to make sure that man knows he is blackity black. That's how I feel.
No, that is true. It sounds like, yeah.
You got identity
Dylan
issues.
is very multi-layered on the issues there.
Issues.
with the S on that.
Golly.
That's a bit much. I will say though, I remember one time I was at your house for some function, and he was like, "Brittany, I'm dating a black girl," and I was just kind of like,
"Newsflash,
I don't care, but okay, I guess I'm gonna care now. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Cricket. Like, what do you want me to say about this? Because I'm black, I'm supposed to give you a
cookie,
like a pat on the back. A round of applause for Dylan. I was kind of like,
I really
what?
think it's not. I really think he does like black women. It's just that I think it might be harder for him to approach them.
No, you should feel like that about all women. Period. You don't need to
maybe that's just his personal experience.
Because I'm not gonna separate men. I'm not gonna lie. I feel a connection. You know, like it's great. We have cultural. Like I said though, but like if me and Keem broke up today. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's okay to feel a little bit of, it's unfamiliar waters. But I feel like, isn't that better about someone who isn't in your same bubble?
Right.
Versus how are you gonna feel like an outsider to your own people?
Right. That's kind of like what Adrianna was talking about. Like, after she had that bad experience with your ex, it's kind of like, nah, I don't want to date no more white guys. That to me is like, it's not like, okay, you shouldn't feel like that, and I'm glad you don't. But it's more logical to me that you would feel like, okay, well, I'm not doing that anymore. Dylan has had multiple exes in this same race.
Yeah.
Same age group.
Yes.
Same exact type of woman. Physical appearance I'm talking about here, guys. And you keep going back to her, quote, like whoever she is that fits that, you still do it though. That's kind of odd to me. Like, wouldn't you want to try something else? Dang, like date an Asian girl or something different.
I just think that at some point you need to stop being fucking lazy. Is how I think of it. I think you need to put forth more effort.
Yeah.
And what you need to start putting forth more effort in is yourself. Is number one, sir, if you're listening. Because he will be single. This is going way off topic. But he will be single, and then it's just like, okay, stay single. It's great. And he'll come home that same night, and he has a girlfriend magically. This fool called me up one day after he had legit told me he did not have a girlfriend. And got on the phone, oh, D, I'm with my girlfriend. And I was like, yo, is this nigga like trying to prove something to the bitch who's sitting next to him? Because I thought you didn't have a girlfriend. Who's this girl?
Yo, I would have to shout him out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so glad you did that. I would have to.
I love it.
Like, what?
And he's over there trying to...
He got the phone trying to keep turning down, trying to hit the volume, trying to switch ears on her.
I can't hear you.
Hold on. Let me try this out. Let me switch the phone on the other ear. Hold on, baby, real quick. What was that? You put the arm out like...
Baby!
Lean down on the floor a little bit. Like, the signal was better down there and shit. Yeah, whatever. He was. Because he was probably like, yo, did she really just do that?
Yes, nigga. Yes, I did, nigga. Sick of these nigga fools.
I definitely, you know what? Now that Adrianna is here talking, I do think Dylan likes black girls, though. I think he just has them up on this really weird pedestal.
Still doesn't look good to me.
No, it still doesn't look good at all. It's still, you're flailing.
Because I'm all for woman empowerment, black empowerment. I'm all for people empowerment. I'm all for it all. But let's not dumb someone else. Like, oh, I can get this hole, so let me go get this hole. The old hole. HOLE is what he cares about.
Is it a warm hole at least, Felix?
God, I would hope. I don't know what those things are. I'm not with some old senior citizen. Probably gotta pull the cobwebs over.
For real, because some of these women could probably get their AARP cards.
Yo, for real.
Either
they're like waiting for that.
Either they already got it or they definitely could get it soon.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
They could definitely get it. Think about it. That's wild.
That's crazy.
He like him a grandmammy.
Grandmammy, she got her pension. Oh, God.
Yo, man.
You did go on vacation twice.
Hey. Let me not out my brother on this. You said it, not me.
He gonna get mad at me.
Gigolo.
He's still gonna hate
whatever, as long as he jiggle my rent money, I'm all right.
Don't let him listen to this. What podcast, bro? Just go out. Just go out.
With that old hole that you like.
Oh, God. I didn't say that, bro.
I did.
He already know who said that. He's surprised. Yo. I think interracial dating is very, very convoluted. It seems like it's a very interesting,
intricate thing.
Yeah, very, very.
There's a lot that goes into it. For the ones who are brave in it, I feel like it's great. I think it's a beautiful thing.
It's a learning experience too.
Yeah, it's great. You're, honestly, it's great because you're teaching.
He now knows not to say
educating.
Chill to you. He's like, I will never say that word to you.
Oh my God. Well, because that's another thing too. I just feel like.
He's like, what? What did I do?
So what
I don't
know if that's even a cultural thing. I think it's just different strokes for different folks. Like,
wait, you gotta tell us all what happened here.
So I had called Adrianna, and mind you, I'm very serious about when I'm calling because I don't call a lot, and when I'm calling, it's for a reason, obviously, right? Mm-hmm. And I called, and apparently he had your phone, I think. Mm-hmm. Like he was doing something or whatever, I guess, on her phone. Mm-hmm. Iffy.
No, his niece had his phone, so he's using my phone.
Whatever it may be.
Because she was over here.
And what exactly happened? Oh, I think he had gotten the phone, and I was like...
joking with you.
Yeah, and I was trying to really... I was like on like a mission. I was trying to figure
pause this for a second. Adrianna, were you there?
Yeah.
So on the other line of the phone, you know he's talking to Dialissa.
Yeah.
Okay. He play. Go ahead, play, Dialissa. Finish
You
the story.
did!
Yeah, he's like, your sister's on the phone. Because I was outside with his sister. He's like, your sister. He's like, oh, okay. We'll just like finish what you have to do.
Nigga, you could have picked up the phone. You caused lots of problems.
I didn't know at the time. I was outside with his sister.
Whatever. Balcony. But I got on the phone and he was like that he was using the phone and that he would call. He would
relax or chill. I remember the text
at some point he was like that I needed to relax or chill or whatever. And that just sent me over the fucking roof. And that's another thing we have to remember is like sometimes you text, you're not necessarily talking.
Okay, so this is like, she's busy, she'll call you back, and then he texts you that?
No, we had talked.
No, it was a text message. Yeah. He said, relax, chill.
Oh, okay.
But don't tell me relax or chill, nigga. When I'm looking for
But he was joking, and he was like, "What did I do?"
How long?
Yeah, he don't make himself innocent either.
But he was like, "I don't understand," because he's like,
"Wait, so how long had y'all been dating?"
It was in the beginning.
Okay.
No,
it was like a year.
You were definitely living with him in the apartment.
I was living with him, but it was like months early. Into it. It wasn't like early. It
you
wasn't
were
like
definitely
months.
into it because
it was like 9 months. Like 9 months.
Yeah,
9 months in.
Okay,
to me that's early.
And you had met him already,
nigga. You think that's early? You living with this man?
Huh?
It was well into the relationship, but nonetheless.
I mean, yeah, but it was 9 months though. Like, I didn't have to live with mommy and daddy. No, I'm just kidding.
Yo, Adrianna's like, whatever. I get my mail. That's my business.
I didn't have to pay.
Wait a minute. Anywho, so did you knew him by this time? You had met him already? Did he know? Like, were y'all like cool?
Yes, because what happened was that's a whole different story because he had been calling my phone or texting me. I think that was his way of like getting to know me, maybe.
Okay.
And he would ask me like weird things about Adrianna, and again. Maybe it's weird to me. Maybe it's not that big of a deal to him. But it's weird to me. You're dating my sister. You have yet to have met me.
Oh,
so you shouldn't be texting me trying to get me to rat my sister out about things. Like, I'm not about to go answer your...
Like,
I'm her boyfriend. Okay, great. Proving yourself for what?
Is it serious?
Yeah, some bullshit.
Okay. Yeah. So he was kind of playing on the phone, man.
Yeah, and I don't like that. I'm an adult. I don't play.
What'd you say to him when he told you to chill?
What?
Don't tell me to chill.
I got on that fucking phone and my blood pressure rose to the highest it's probably ever rose.
Did your watch go off?
Oh, it definitely did.
I was joking.
My watch absolutely went off. I was on that phone screaming. I was on my way to go somewhere else, and I said, "Scratch that, motherfucker! I'm on my way to your house."
Oh my god, dude!
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Rolled up on this boy.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Chilling and relax. I'm not chilling and relaxing about my goddamn siblings.
What did you tell? I said, no, God, no.
Great, jumped on the phone. She's like, I'm on my way to that fucking fucking house right now.
And Dylan was there too.
You know what I did like? I don't like the punk bitch moves. I don't like that. So like, you did something wrong. You never like me. Nigga, that don't got shit to do with apples or tomatoes right now. What we're talking about is how you need not to tell me to chill and I'm calling my sister's phone. Okay?
Yeah. Yo, that's wild. That's wild stuff.
That's a whole other conversation about text messaging and how that shit can go all the way left.
Oh yeah, I can.
And that sarcasm, that just is me. I don't do sarcasm. I hate sarcasm.
I had to keep reminding them. I'm like, my family, we don't do sarcasm.
Yeah, I don't. Everybody knows that about me, especially. I don't do the sarcasm.
Like how you guys joke, you probably get punched in the face or cursed out.
Yeah, I don't like sarcasm.
So please.
Oh, so his family is very sarcastic.
Yes. Like we don't
Can't help
understand
it.
that.
My family is very sarcastic. We are.
And listen, I've had to get used to that, but it's different. It's like sometimes it's like indirect, and that's like cool, whatever.
And then also, I feel like at least in my family and Dialissa, it's kind of like, well, some of them waited to direct things to you. You would kind of more observe like the banter before, and this is not for all of y'all. You know who you are. Some of y'all would be like, she's in it now. She here. We just met yesterday or 2 hours ago.
Oh my God.
That's that.
It's a wild ride.
But I feel like it is different when you meet someone in person and you kind of get to tell their personality before they go texting you things.
Yeah, and you don't even know
You don't
them.
know how they will interpret it. That is a little bit dangerous, I ain't gonna lie. But I would have been
we don't
shooketh to the core if you would have said you was on your way to my
sarcasm.
house. I'd be like, oh my God.
We have to get used to the sarcasm because I'm like, what?
I'm not getting used to shit. I'm going to be me always, and then you're going to respect that and work your way like Brittany's family. Period. The fuck? Because you can't. You gotta learn too that you can't be sarcastic or like. There's a time and a place. And this ain't the time nor the motherfucking place. Okay. Period. When I'm trying to figure some shit out, I don't have time.
I went off on his brother one time. One time, like I was like really tired. I was working like 60 hours, and I woke up confused. So I called Alan, and his brother answered. And his brother kept hanging up the phone. And I'm like,
I don't like shit like that.
Stop hanging up the phone. So when he came to the door, I was like, when I call my man, you better give him the mother effing dog.
Yo, I don't even think that's like a cultural thing. I think that's like a personality thing. Like y'all don't do the jokes.
Look so scared. Like your woman is scary when she's mad. Like
because you're not being a fucking adult. Like
I was like,
you want to see, and this is shit that I hate. Is when people don't take accountability for your own bullshit. You're fucking around and you're gonna put it on me that I'm the crazy person now. I hate that.
I said no.
No, motherfucker, you're the fucking fool, and I'm gonna show you what fool look like. Okay?
I'm very much a believer in if you start, you cannot be mad when I finish it. So I do agree with you on that level. Yeah, that is hilarious.
Like I scared his cousin. He's like, oh, she looks scary when she's mad. Like I've only met nice Adrianna. She's scary.
Yo. That's wild.
I was confused when I wake up confused. And he kept hanging up.
Yo.
That was good.
That was good. So
we're gonna have Adrianna back on here. She don't know it yet. Well, she know now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She can definitely contribute to a couple of
she knows
sessions.
It was fun.
Yeah.
We wanted to start lighthearted before we dig deep,
Yeah.
We're gonna get her opinion on some more topics.
Absolutely. But like I said, we love everybody. Black, white, orange, green, purple, yellow, blue.
Just be comfortable, happy, safe. Don't be getting all types of racist remarks. But it's all good.
Yep.
Those are our experiences. Let us know, y'all, what y'all be up to or have been up to. If you in an interracial relationship, you ever did it, what it was like, would you do it again? Never you. Let us know all of that. Yeah. And y'all will definitely be hearing from Adrianna soon.
Oh, yes.
Yay. That's kind of what I sound like. Yeah.
First guest, look at that. Look at us.
We did it.
Well, it has been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, thank you, Adrianna.
I'll do it again.
For having us have our little sister.
This is fun.
Yes. This was a great time.
It's fun.
Yeah, this brought us back.
You might get
This
in
goes
trouble.
back to like when we were in Gardner Town. We had to come pick you up from your class
Oh my god.
in second grade or whatever
Oh,
grade.
I remember. And then I had to do it with Noelle. And
Good time.
Nobody did it better than me.
Oh my gosh.
yes, you were the head. We all listened to you.
Head honcho. You hear that?
Oh gosh. Anywho, Brittany out.
Dialissa out.
Adrianna out.